For a long time, tablets have been synonymous with iPads, but lately we have seen a sudden resurgence of Android slates. So if there's an iPad Pro, you have a Galaxy Tab S8 to compete with it. Apart from that, there's the entry-level category where Apple has never really operated. I'm talking about the 10 to 20,000 rupees price segment, a price segment where the consumers have a bunch of options such as the likes of the Moto Tab G20, the Realme Pad, and now the recently released Realme Pad Mini. This brings me to the 30,000 rupees price segment, which is where the Apple iPad 9 or say the entry-level iPad operates, and it has been the best bet for Apple for many years now. However, this might change as it's now the start of a new era. Hello everyone, Aman here from Mr. Phone, and in this video I review the Xiaomi Pad 5, which is the company's first attempt at making an Android tablet. Now this one comes at a starting price of 26,999 rupees, and while this tablet targets the entry-level iPad, in my opinion, not only is the Xiaomi Pad 5 superior to the Apple iPad 9 in terms of features, but it also undercuts the entry-level iPad in terms of pricing significantly. Now before we get rolling, consider hitting that red subscribe button for detailed tech videos and also turn on the bell so that you don't miss any of our latest updates. Let's get started. Xiaomi has been killing it lately with their products. I'm specifically talking about the Xiaomi 12 Pro, which I've been using as my daily driver, and of course the Xiaomi Pad 5, for which we are here in this video. For a long time, the entry-level iPad has been considered the best productivity tablet for around 30,000 rupees, and part of the reason it's been like that is because it didn't really have a legitimate competitor. Not anymore. The Xiaomi Pad 5 is not just an Android tablet, instead it's a legitimate competitor to the iPad that looks good, looks modern, has the features, has the hardware and power, and of course aggressive pricing. Let's start with the pricing and variants. The Xiaomi Pad 5 comes in either 128GB or 256GB UFS 3.1 storage options, which are priced at 26,999 rupees and 28,999 rupees respectively. RAM is standard at 6GB on both variants. Of course, there's not a cellular version of the Xiaomi Pad 5 like the iPad 9, but I really feel Xiaomi should have given an option for that. Maybe the company knows better about the demand, but come to think of it, I really feel there should have been an LTE version of the Android tablet of the Xiaomi Pad 5. Maybe we see that in the next iteration. But just looking at the Wi-Fi versions, this is excellent pricing, guys, especially considering the iPad 9, which comes at a starting price of about 31,000 rupees for the 64GB storage variant, while the 256GB storage variant costs an exorbitant 44,900 rupees. Like Apple, why? So design-wise, the Xiaomi Pad 5 features a metal frame and a velvety soft matte rear finish, which by the way is plastic, but it is done so well that it looks and feels premium to the touch, and of course you get slim uniform bezels at the front. The tablet is also very slim at just 6.8 millimeters and the weight is about 510 grams, which makes it extremely portable to carry around. There's also a 13 megapixel shooter at the rear, and at first glance you might mistake it for a dual camera, but it's a single snapper, guys. Nonetheless, it's a solid rear camera that will definitely come in handy for taking those high quality document scans, and Xiaomi even gives a document mode for the same in the camera UI, so that's even better. So guys, right now I'm recording from the front camera of the Xiaomi Pad 5. This is an 8 megapixel selfie camera, and whenever you do your video calls, meetings and stuff like that, this is the kind of quality that you get. And how does my audio sound? Let me know about that in the comments as well. So my phone just rang, sorry. So this is the kind of quality that you get, I think. So it's a pretty good quality. Now my only the only nitpick that I have with this camera setup is that I would have loved to see the front camera in a landscape orientation rather than a portrait orientation. The camera is right here. So quite unnatural, I think so. I mean, whenever you use a tablet, you use it in landscape mode. I think that's the natural way to use a tablet. Even right now, I'm using this tablet propped on my bed with the keyboard accessories. So this is a natural way of using the tablet in landscape. A camera in this orientation would have made more sense rather than in the portrait orientation, and even iPad for that matter gives the camera in a portrait orientation. So definitely Xiaomi and Apple should make a note of it. Please Xiaomi, I think so you guys can definitely implement these changes in the next iteration and make the camera added in the landscape orientation. But otherwise, in terms of quality, if you compare it with the iPad 9, definitely much better quality on the Xiaomi Pad 5. The 8 megapixel camera is much better in terms of video as well as audio. And anyway, you guys have just seen the whole sample right now. What do you think about the overall quality? How does the video look? How does the audio sound? Let me know in the comments. Coming to the front, and this is where the magic happens. What you get here is a 10.95 inches, like almost an 11-inch display with a 2.5K resolution, 10-bit colors, 120 Hz refresh rate, and up to 500 nits brightness. And just to put it out there, this is a laminated display, and what this means is that the digitizer inside and the screen glass are glued together as one for a seamless experience, and that is how it should be generally. So as for the iPad 9, that one comes with a non-laminated display, and I would urge you that you go to an Apple store and see the display of the iPad 9 for yourself, and it has a non-laminated display, as I said, and when you check it out for yourself, you will know exactly what I'm talking about and how this one is much better than the display. This display is much better than that of the iPad 9. And so this right here is an IPS panel, and a well-calibrated IPS panel indeed. The colors pop, the content looks great, and overall it's a pretty sharp panel. The good part is that the display supports HDR10, then there's Dolby Vision support as well, and all this combined makes up for a superb multimedia experience. Additionally, the cherry on the cake is the 4 speakers that you get on this tablet. Yes, there are 4 of them and not 2, and the performance of these made me go bonkers. I mean, they sound loud, clear and rich, plus the audio separation is also superb, and not to mention the speakers are also able to adjust the sound smartly according to the orientation in which you're holding the tablet. In a nutshell, I am mighty impressed with the multimedia experience on the Xiaomi Pad 5, and this tablet right here is the perfect example in which you can get a gorgeous display mated with superb sounding speakers, and all of it comes at a reasonable price. Moving on, the Xiaomi Pad 5 is powered by the Snapdragon 860 processor, and first of all, I'm very happy that the company went for this chipset rather than a 7 series chip, so kudos to the team. As a matter of fact, the Snapdragon 860 SoC is plenty powerful to handle any sort of demanding tasks you can think of. In fact, I feel this is the most underutilized chipset from Qualcomm, and apart from the Poco X3 Pro, I don't really understand why these smartphone companies never really used the Snapdragon 860 in their products. So good that Xiaomi went with this one. So performance wise, no hiccups whatsoever. Games such as Call of Duty Mobile, BGMI or even Asphalt 9 and the likes are playable at the highest graphics settings, and not just playable, but you also get a smooth and seamless performance. General tasks are of course handled well, and even while multitasking using apps on split screen and things like that, the Xiaomi Pad 5 doesn't break a sweat. As for the software, there's MIUI 13, which Xiaomi is calling MIUI for the Pad, and it's based on Android 11. And before you think it's just an overblown version of the MIUI that you get for phones, no, it is not that. In fact, Xiaomi has put enough attention to details that for a first attempt, I think they have done a pretty decent job. Things like the dock, split screen multitasking, floating windows and second space are optimized well for the Xiaomi Pad 5. Now I understand Google's software ecosystem isn't as good and as popular as Apple's software ecosystem, but on the bright side of things, MIUI for the Pad 5 looks promising, and I'm actually looking forward to what Xiaomi can do with MIUI based on Google's Android 12L for tablets. Additionally, Xiaomi is also offering accessories in the name of a keyboard and a stylus for the Pad 5, and you can purchase them separately. Fortunately, I have the keyboard cover with me me right here. Sadly, I don't have the stylus. Xiaomi did not send me one. Please, Xiaomi, send me one. But anyway, in my opinion, this keyboard really enhances the productivity on the Xiaomi Pad 5. The keyboard quality is top notch. The base is faux leather and it feels super duper premium to the touch. There's good key travel on offer. Plus, I love how clicky it is and the sound it makes whenever you're typing something. I personally love that. But beyond the clicky nature, the keyboard also takes advantage of a bunch of predefined shortcuts that you can find from the MIUI settings, and of course, you can add more of yours. Finally, there's a reasonably large 8720 mAh battery inside the Xiaomi Pad, and while you get a 22.5 watt charger in the box, the Slate indeed supports 33 watt fast charging. Now in my testing, I've been using my Xiaomi 12 Pro's 120 watt charger to top up this thing, and it usually takes about 1.5 hours to fully charge, which is pretty fast for a huge battery such as this. And even endurance wise, you'll have to go uber crazy on this thing to kill it in a day because it simply lasts. Battery optimization, I mean, is superb, and in my experience, even when I pushed it with hours of video calls, typing docs, multitasking, watching a lot of videos, and finishing my day with Netflix binge watching, even then, before I slept, the Xiaomi Pad 5 always, had that 20% battery left around in the tank. And if you're a light user, say you just use your tablet for multimedia consumption, that is for watching movies or playing some games, or you just do general tasks on your tablet, then be rest assured that the Pad 5 will easily last you 3 to 4 days on a single charge with ease. So with all said and done, whosoever is in the market looking for a new tablet for productivity and leisure, but has their reservations with iPad OS, well, this one right here, the Xiaomi Pad 5, is your answer. In fact, with the Pad 5, it's not even about Android versus iPad OS. Instead, it is directly about whether you should get the Xiaomi Pad 5 or the iPad 9 for this kind of money. First things first, the Xiaomi Pad 5 undercuts the iPad 9, not just in terms of cost, but also in terms of features. And features like a laminated display, a 120Hz refresh rate, 10-bit colors, and quad speakers. These features, in my opinion, make a really strong case for the Xiaomi Pad 5. And while MIUI for the Pad isn't as backed by the developers as the iPad OS, be rest assured that this is a step in the right direction. And I'm really hoping that we only see the software improve on the Android side of things in the coming months and years. One more thing I would want to add is that while I don't know the exact price of the Xiaomi keyboard cover, I am sure it won't cost 14,000 rupees as the iPad 9's keyboard cover. And I can also assure you that Xiaomi's offering is leaps and bounds ahead in terms of quality over Apple's. Now let's hope Xiaomi prices the keyboard right. So go ahead and buy the Xiaomi Pad 5 without any worries. I give it a solid recommendation. And with that, it's the end of this video. And so that's all for my review of the Xiaomi Pad 5. Let me know your thoughts about this tablet in the comments below. And as always, for all the latest in tech, stay tuned to Mr. Phone. I'll catch you all in the very next one. Thank you for watching.